Welcome back to the Vintage Muscle Maniac YouTube channel. Today we're checking out an awesome Survivor 1967 Chevelle Malibu that started life as a green 283 powered car with a 3-speed on the column and a 10-bolt limited slip rear end. In 1974, it was purchased by an 18-year-old kid with the goals of turning it into the ultimate street machine. Over the next 2 years, he and 2 teenage friends would take it, paint the car, swap in a 327 cubic inch V8, a 4-speed Muncie Rock Crusher transmission, and a 12-bolt rear end with 456 rear gears. Now, despite how this car might look and sound, this was actually never intended to be a high-performance build. They wanted to build something that strictly was to keep up with the trends of the time, and you must remember, this was built by 3 high school kids. They wanted something that would look cool and also stand apart from the usual traffic of Chevelles, Mustangs, and Mopars that decorated the high school parking lots and drag strips of the 1970s. And so, they set out. A 17-year-old sprayed lacquer paint across the car in the color of Pontiac Lucerne Blue. They swapped in a 327, which they got from a friend of a friend for a cheap deal, and a 4-speed Rock Crusher transmission that came out of a local dirt track car that they were pretty sure still has a bent shaft to this day. At the time it was completed, it rode on 5-spoke Krager SS mags and another set of 50 series tires. However, in 1978, the owner swapped the chrome Krager SSTs and the Lee Manhandler bias ply tires that it still wears to this day. The wheels the car wears are 14x6 front runners and 14x10s out back. The Krager SSTs in chrome just absolutely make this car pop. And the Lee Manhandler rubbers that they're wrapped in are true 1978 bias ply tires that have made it all these years. And let me tell you what, after riding in the car, it is a completely different feeling from the radial bound rubbers and reproductions that we feel these days on classic cars. The air shocks and spring adjusters out back keep the car from having too much wheel hop. But even then, when you pull out and start slinging it through the gears, you can feel the car rise and shift around with every bump and turn in the road. It's an immaculate feeling that I can't explain. It was almost like it was my first brush with a muscle car. It felt powerful. All these years later, the son of the man who originally built the car is now its caretaker, and he appreciates the car much more than his father does. His father finds the car outdated, almost tacky, while he sees the car as a true touchstone back to the past, and that's the way we feel about it. Sure, there are paint chips and a couple spots where the fiberglass hood scoop is starting to come away from the car, but you must remember, it was built by teenagers in 1976. This is a piece of history. It deserves a spot in a museum, a spot in our magazine, and a spot in our hearts. Thank you for watching this episode of Vintage Muscle Maniac. Make sure you like and subscribe, and don't forget to go check out our Facebook and Instagram pages for more content like this. And a big thank you to Dustin and his dad for getting the car out for me, letting me come check it out, and taking me for one of the coolest rides I've ever been on. It was an absolute joy and an absolute gem. I hope we can check out some more of their cars sometime soon.